That Brian Johnson stops eating at 11 in the morning and sleeps by 7. How do you know if you follow that?
I mean, I can just demonstrate what kind of low body fat I achieved and so on.
You're still eating.
And I was still eating, like I was eating oats with egg whites. Not a lot.
You weren't one of those guys that would get up at 5 in the morning to refeed and then...
No. I think if you're sleeping,
You're sleepy.
sleep, yeah. Don't disrupt that whole process. Just 20 milligram melatonin, because you can only get 2 milligrams here in the store.
You normally take that. And
20 milligrams, man, yeah. I took 40 the other night. There's a guy out there, expert on melatonin, he takes hundreds. And he's saying it's like a very powerful antioxidant, because melatonin is all the cells now, not just in the brain, they've discovered. What's a small dose of growth hormone?
just under 0.6 milligrams, under 2 IU. Yeah. Yeah. Because I think as you need a little bit as we get older, and there are some
2
benefits.
IUs, and I tested my IGF before. It was like 100, so it was on the low side, I guess. And 2 IUs put me 200, so it's in a good range.
Have you noticed more fat burning and more?
Yeah, I get leaner and sleep a little bit better, which has always been a bit of an issue for me on and off over the years, you know, like stress related. Probably goes way back to bodybuilding, where I got obsessed with you get enough sleep. Yeah, and I lived on a council estate surrounded by noisy neighbours, which I had.
Well, you weren't one of those guys that would get up at 5 in the morning to refeed and then...
No. I think if you're sleeping,
You're sleepy.
sleep, yeah. Don't disrupt that whole process just to have a protein shake. And, you know, the body has to have downtime, So, no, I was, but I always ate late at night. I never was in this, don't eat carbs past this witching hour of 6 o'clock or something, you know?
That Brian Johnson stops eating at 11 in the morning and sleeps by 7. How do you know if you follow that? Not the Liver King Brian Johnson.
I mean, I can just demonstrate what kind of low body fat I achieved and so on.
You're still eating.
And I was still eating, like I was eating oats with egg whites. Not a lot. And I would taper it, like I'd have more carbs in the start of the day and after training, and less, but not like 0. So I was having like 50 grams of oat porridge, you know, mixed with egg whites and stuff, like half an hour before I went to bed, or 40 minutes, because if I was to not eat for 3 or 4 hours before I go to bed, I'm not sleeping. I'm not sleeping.
The same way.
Like the metabolism is just I'm going to be awake. I need some carbs just to help with probably with serotonin production or something. You know, so that's how I eat now. I eat carbs in the evening with my dinner in the evening. Sweet potatoes, rice, that kind of stuff.
I even have a tiny little bit of pesto on it.
Sometimes I have a litre of ice cream from Ben & Jerry's, but we shouldn't talk about that.
The guys over here.
It's when Gal buys it, man. I tell her not to buy it, because Gal can have a tub of ice cream, yeah, and have 1 scoop, and it's like still there next week. If I'm going to eat it, it's gone. Then it's out of the way.
What do you think now? The big trend now is cottage cheese amongst Gen Z and younger.
Cottage cheese was a thing when I first started training, man. And then it's gone out of vogue, right?
It's got the casein protein.
It's a good protein, not a bad protein. Cottage cheese and tuna. Those are the, available and cheap protein when we were young, right?
Separate, you don't mix them together like cottage cheese and tuna. You did, almost the same. I
had some sick guys in my gym, man, that used to make tuna shake. Orange juice and tuna, blended together. I'm like, well, why don't you just have a strawberry protein? Tastes much better, but apparently it was a bit cheaper or something, So yeah, cottage cheese is a good protein, but it's not a magical protein. If you want to go on a scale, probably going to find egg is at the top. If you want to, eggs. You want to split hairs, but they're all good for dairy, meat proteins, eggs.
There's been some, I think, warnings coming out about whey protein, or that's essentially it's the waste production of the dairy industry, and that it might not be the best, maybe even spike your blood sugar. Do you have much faith in whey anymore?
Well, whey is a great protein. Yeah, it's yes, they used to throw it away before, but it doesn't mean it doesn't have some value. Whey protein is a first-class protein. Yeah, if you're concerned about blood sugar, you can always mix it with the fat. Put some coconut oil in the shake or something like that. If it was after training, I would just have it with water. Well, let's say you're going to have a protein late at night. I'd put maybe some coconut oil in or something, or half an avocado or something. Slow down the digestion a little bit.
when you're training, or even now, are you one of the guys that you basically refuel with the shake after training to replenish the glycogen, or?
No, I mean, sometimes I'm not like, I'm not religious with my, I take creatine, you know, it's got other benefits other than the muscle building, obviously with the memory and stuff like that. And even with mood, they're finding good. So.
And you don't get any water retention from the creatine?
No, I don't notice it. I mean, I know, to be honest, when I took creatine when I was using steroids, I didn't notice it as much. Probably because my ATP levels and everything was already stacked up. If I don't use it for a few weeks and then I start using it again, I can just feel a little bit more fullness in the muscle, a little bit more push when I'm exercising, a little bit more. So that's something I always take. And a whey protein, I take a shake most days just to keep the protein level up because I'm only eating twice. So to get like 200 grams of protein a day, I need to...
HMB, whatever happened to
HMB? No, I don't use that. That's another one that's coming around that was like available in
the 90s.
The 90s. Yeah.
That's that Bill Phillips and the whole...
I take a lot of supplements. It's more like health related.
Like vitamin D3.
I take D3, K2, you know, for general health, immunity in the arteries.
Are you doing anything for NAD? Are you doing NMN?
NMM I've just got, because DY's got our own facility now. We've got their own labs and formulators. So I just call them up and say, have you got this in stock? Because we're bringing out a whole new range, DY Life, later in the year, which is more health, wellness, longevity. So it's more interesting for me because the other stuff has been, you know, been doing it a long time, right? So I just call them up and get my own stuff made. So I got this week delivered NMM, K2, D3, 20 milligram melatonin, because you can only get 2 milligrams here in the store.
You normally take that?
20 milligrams, man, yeah. I took 40 the other night. There's a guy out there, expert on melatonin, he takes hundreds. And he's saying it's like a very powerful antioxidant because melatonin is all the cells now, not just in the brain that it's discovered. Anyway, so multiple reasons I take high dose melatonin.
I'm 0.75 milligrams. That's enough for me.
You can get 2 milligrams in the stores here, so you know.
But no, we can't get that in the UK.
No, UK you can't get it at all. But most European countries you can get it in limited dosage, unless you go to the pharmacy compound, they make it up for you. But yeah, I make mine. And what else? NAD, something I take all the time.
Injectable or IV?
No, NAD, NAD, NAC, sorry, yes. N-acetylcysteine.
Yes.
For glutathione levels.
And also boosts dopamine.
Yeah, great. So,
But
did you ever notice an increase in hemoglobin from NAC? Because I tend to be prone to that. Every time I take NAC, it goes higher than it should.
The only time my hemoglobin was a bit high was when I was using testosterone, but in one shot. I spread it up into 2 and 3, and now it's like, it's not even at the top. Now it's like 15, 16, like, you know.
On the trough, on the lowest point. Yeah. So that's your TRT protocol then. That's any particular ester, whatever's.
Enanthate or cypionate, I don't think there's much difference. Here they have.
So testosterone propionate here.
It's supposed to be equivalent to cypionate, I think. Testex.
Yeah, that's cypionate.
Yeah, perongatum or something it's called. Yeah. It's 200 milligrams.
230 milligrams in 2 mLs, and they have 100 milligrams in 2 mLs. We have that at the Hormone pharmacy, as well as testosterone propionate, 25 milligrams per 1 ml. And that's what I have been prescribed. And I've been doing daily testosterone propionate for well over a year now. And it keeps mine quite...
Yeah, daily I just got fed up with the little lumps. And I was doing subcutaneous, so I said, wait a minute, I didn't even know you could do that. I was doing that, now I switched back to intramuscular. But
yeah, you can do shallow intramuscular.
Yeah, I do it with an insulin needle, just in a delt or something.
Yeah, delts. I can even do it in the side, like the ventral.
But you can do it subcutaneously as well.
But you know what? It creates those lumps. And one time I've said this very well. No, and I think it slows its release. And I know there's some doctors out there that will promote that, but I've seen patients report with lumps. This big. I reposted the lump, how bad it was on his abs, and Facebook, gave me a warning because they thought it was pornography. They thought it was someone's boob that appeared because of the swelling from the subcutaneous injection, which can happen, and they take weeks to go away.
I got mine down to like every 4 days. I do a
that's enough.
Intramuscular one, and that keeps. It doesn't seem to spike the hemoglobin. It's never been even like near to the top since I've been doing that. So
it's been an honor to have Dorian Yates on our program today and delve into the extraordinary story and invaluable insights To our viewers, take these lessons to heart and remember to subscribe, like, and comment on your favorite takeaways. And stay strong, stay balanced, and we'll catch you next time on Balance My Hormones.